27 people, and he was the first mass murderer that really caught on. You know, they got popular in the country. Many copycats after that. This is the bipolar tour, and I've been wondering, as we're trying to do 25 shows in 26 days, I'm wondering if it's true what the doctors all say and what science says, which is this guy was probably bipolar, and that they just didn't know that, so they didn't medicate him properly. They couldn't handle it right, and that's why he did what he did. And my point is very different from that. I think either everybody's bipolar or nobody's bipolar. I don't think bipolar exists. I think it's like RLS, you know, restless leg syndrome that they advertise on television. It's not real. It's just to sell drugs, you know, for big drug companies. But that's just my idea. I mean, any one of us could go crazy, you know, any minute and shoot up, kill a bunch of people, I guess. I mean, that's kind of what I think. I think there's a little bit of Charlie Whitman in all of us. So, that may not be a good thought, but that's, you know. So here's a song, Ballad of Charles Whitman. He was sitting up there for more than an hour, way up there on the Texas Tower, shooting from the 27th floor. Hey, he didn't choke or slash or slit them. Not our Charles Joseph Whitman, he won't be an architect no more. Got up that morning, calm and cool, picked up his guns and walked to school. All the while he smiled so sweetly, then he blew their minds completely. They'd never seen an Eagle Scout so cruel. Won't you think of the shame and degradation of all the school's administration? He put on such a bold and brassy show. The chancellor cried, it's an adolescent, and of course it's most unpleasant, but I gotta admit 'twas a lovely way to go. There was a rumor about a tumor nestled at the base of his brain. He was sitting up there with his 36 Magnum, laughing wildly as he backed up. Who are we to say the boy's insane? Now Charlie was awful disappointed, else he thought he was anointed to do a deed so low down and so mean. Students looked up from their classes, had to stop and scratch their asses, who believed he'd once been a Marine. Now Charlie made the honor roll with ease. Most all of his grades was A's and B's. A rear rip snorting, trigger squeezing, Charlie proved a big crowd pleaser, though he had been known to make a couple C's. Some were dying, some were weeping, some were studying, some were sleeping, some were shouting, Texas #1. Woo! Some were running, some were falling, some were screaming, some were bawling. Some thought the revolution had begun. The doctors tore his poor brain down, but not a snitch of illness could be found. Most folks couldn't figure just why he did it. Them that could would not admit it. There's still a lot of Eagle Scouts around. There was a rumor about a tumor nestled at the base of his brain. He was sitting up there with his 36 Magnum, laughing wildly as he backed up. Who are we to say the boy's insane? All right, everybody. There was a rumor about a tumor nestled at the base of his brain. He was sitting up there with his 36 Magnum, laughing wildly as he backed up. Who are we to say the boy's in? Who are we to say the boy's in? Who are we to say the boy's insane?